Hey everybody, it's Gary Vaynerchuk. I've got my peeps watching live on Ustream right now, and you can see I'm on YouTube, and I'm about to talk about something that really caught my attention. I saw a tweet out from Alan Stern from Center Networks. Let's link up Center Networks, a great website. He also just taped my keynote from the street yesterday. If you haven't seen that, let's link that up as well from the New York Observer that picked it up. But what I want to really focus on is a Howard Stern 6-minute video on YouTube. Link that up. We got my main man Chris Mott doing a lot of linking up today at GaryVaynerchuk.com. We're going to play this full 6-minute video, and I'm going to jump in and interact. Rewind a little bit. This might be a 10 or 15-minute video. He's talking about something very fascinating to me. I think Howard Stern at the top of the monetizing radio game for the last 2 decades. This is a very telling video. This has a lot of impact on where the world's going. This cements a lot of things to me and should cement a lot of things to you. I am absolutely pumped and honored to call out Howard Stern. Your game is lame, my man. You are past. And I understand he capitalized. I'm not talking about what he's done. He crushed it. He monetized. He put the 100 millions in the bank. So I'm not going to diss on him. He's absolutely brilliant, as I'll point out in this video. But the game is changing, my friends, and there's a lot of people crying about it, including the top of the top. Let's listen to this. This is Howard Stern the other day on September 17th.
All right, Rob, what else? What's more popular? Social networking sites or pornography sites?
Believe it or not, I have to think, I'm taking a guess here, that the social network, do you mean my Facebook?
MySpace
and Facebook?
My Facebook.
I'm not on either one of them.
He's full of shit that he doesn't know the names. Let's start with that.
If you're over the age of 15, you shouldn't be on it. These people blog, they put up everything in their lives like someone gives a fuck.
Everybody's so interesting.
But yeah, everyone's so interesting. You know what? Get a job.
Like that broad we just had in here, she...
All right, let's start with where he's going right now. What he's doing is he's establishing a situation where you're not me, you're not as good as I am, don't try to do what I do. See, Stern's in the radio game, and what bothers him about social networks and Web 2.0 in general is that anybody now can be in the game. See, he had to, with his wild style in the 70s or early 80s, had to get approved and had to have a partner in crime, a producer that believed in him. Nobody needs to do that anymore. You just put your content out there and you're in the game. And the ability to listen to me or you or anybody else is now equal to Stern. Actually, Stern costs money now because he capitalized and cashed in, and good for him, by the way. I'll never hate on making some cash. But anybody's in the game now against Stern, and that wasn't the case, and what he's doing right now is making sure that his listener base doesn't become ambitious, and he's suppressing their opportunity to do what he does.
She's got everything going on.
If you're on my face, yeah, right. If you're on my face,
Like he doesn't know what it is. Please. This guy is brilliant.
if you're on my Facebook and you don't work, shame on you, because that's hours you should be working. I mean, really, if you have time.
I like that a little bit. You know, I like the hustle. I think you should be working, but there is a new way to work, a new way to brand, and these websites sometimes are your platform to do that.
Time for that, then you have time to work.
But you answer my question.
What do you want to know? And it is creepy. What?
What's more popular?
See what he's doing? He's trying to make it creepy.
Those sites, not the porn sites. Believe it or not, now porn is huge on the internet, but I believe people are so consumed with putting their own pictures up and reading their own fucking words. 2 people will read that shit. But
Once again,
I believe it's the networking.
Once again, a lot of people, Mott's laughing, he loves that 2 people will read that shit. And that's true, a lot of people don't have the talent. But guess what? 2 people will listen to that shit on the radio too if you suck. So if you're not good enough on the radio, you'll get canceled and be put away. Just like in his world, radio, in the online world, video blogging, social networks, social media, if you're not good, nobody's gonna watch. So you have to have the chops. The platforms have changed, not the rules. So that's what he's trying to establish there. And by the way, the reason he's guessing social networks is because he's paying attention. He's not a clown. He didn't get there because he's an idiot. He's actually a brilliant self-brander, marketer, promoter. He did a phenomenal job. But, so, he's not just saying, believe it or not, it's bigger than porn. He's paying attention.
Well, internet researcher Bill Tanzer analyzed information for more than 10 million web visitors and concluded that young users spend so much time on social networks that they don't have time to look at adult sites.
My daughter's friends all do that. They've been doing it like when they were...
Oh, his daughter's friends, right? So he's paying attention, guys.
We're 12.
Yeah,
and now he's saying 12 years old to make it seem like a kid's game, when it's not.
From 20% a decade ago.
Now, the MySpace Get this.
All of a
it's
sudden he
just
knows the
open
name of the
I want
site.
to see your MySpace page. I can go look at it.
You know, see how it
MySpace.
flows?
Facebook.
Facebook. You gotta admit that you look at your friend's page.
Really?
So even if I want to look at these pages, I'm not going to go on
You're not
there.
going to admit it.
No, I'm not going to admit I'm looking at your page.
You got it. You asked for it.
Yeah, well,
The top internet searches are now on sites such as MySpace and Facebook.
how does that happen? Like,
You know,
when you just do it for your friends, when you see your friends out, you say, like, oh, if you want my opinion on the Democratic convention, you can just go to my blog.
Yeah, you know what it is?
I mean, who
They
cares
put
what they
up
write?
Pay attention here.
pictures of every picture of themselves.
Yeah.
They want to share themselves with the world. They put their.
That's
write
what
down
he
every
wanted to
fucking
do.
Thought. You know, it takes time.
He talked about every
You know,
thought.
used to be-
He told you about
if
his
someone
mom.
re-
He told you about his
became
dad.
important,
He
they
told you
write
about his life.
Yeah, they
That's what
write
he did
that
every day.
up.
And
What?
I even see like radio guys and shit. They keep blogs. You're such assholes.
Every jerk off.
Why?
I mean, you're
Why?
not on the air. You should. That's your blog. Don't. You're gonna. sit
He's
and
old
blog
school,
after
right?
Your blog?
He's old school.
My stand-up act
He
by
sounds
blog.
just
Right.
like your dad.
Your book is
Howard
a blog.
Stern
You're right.
sounds like your
You
dad.
just sit on
The
the
great
computer all day
Howard
and write
Stern
about
is
how you
sounding
dinner
like an
was.
old
Guess
man
what?
to me
Oh,
right
I was
now.
such a pig today.
Why?
I had
He has
heroin
vested
and then I had
financial
fucking
interest.
meatball sausage. Fuck that. You're gonna write that on his
And
website.
dropping
I think
F-bombs
that
isn't
would
going
be
to
my
change
blog.
that, Mr. Stern.
What are you gonna write about?
That's all him and Robin and this clown comedian and whoever else, Bubba Booey, that's all they do is talk about their lives.
Well, you're right. because
On the
if-
radio
if-
platform.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want you to do it on the online platform, which allows you to reach far more people than he did. Plus, you're competing against a lot more people. Anybody can do it. He just beat a couple of clowns like Imus. You have to beat the world to be great online.
It was like, today, oh man, I'm so drained. We had a. I hate doing that
Another
voice.
busy
We
day.
had another busy day. We had to whack pack bowling. Like, he's so much better than the whack packer. He's a whack packer with a job.
Almost a member of
Yeah. And it was really draining. And then, you know, his blog would be interesting if it was real. You know, I was like, I hit on all of the girls and they all rejected me because I'm a fat fuck.
Ironic. Everything he's doing now, clowning the person that he's making pretend, is the same thing Howard Stern did every single morning for 20 years. Everything he's making fun of in that voice right now is exactly what he did day to day. And that allowed you to get interested in Howard, and he gave you that connection. What made Stern popular, what made Oprah popular was they didn't just do their world, they brought you into their world. You knew about Stedman, you knew about Stern's family, the girls, you knew about that stuff. That movie, it showed his life, his parents, he brought you in. That's what blogs are doing, it's bringing people in, and then you get to make decisions of who you like and who you think are interested. But now, because it's using a platform that he is not familiar with, or more importantly, I think he's very familiar with, but is not positioned to leverage because of his situation. And listen, again, this guy killed it and won. I'm not disrespecting Howard Stern in any shape or form. In his career, he dominated it, right? It's like a great 1970s basketball player. But let's take Kuzi from the 50s and put him in the NBA today, and I'm not so sold on how great he would be.
Talking to Jeff Carr was such a chore. He has no vocabulary.
Yeah, I mean, it was like all his training day. And if your day was that training, Andy, you wouldn't have time to write on the blog. You'd be exhausted.
to leave at 5:30 to get to the airport. And then
Yeah, exactly.
I hate
that was
talking-
one of the lines. Do you have it there in front of you?
No, I don't. I was just trying to remember
My
what you were
face.
saying.
I hate talking to stupid people.
Fat face.
Yeah, it was kind of like that. It was like,
This is
you know,
classic to me.
man,
What's
you
going
know,
on here?
It's like a really rough day, and then we had to go to Kansas. And it's like, shut up.
This is the same stuff he did every single day for 20 years. He just hates the fact that his section of that world is now exposed to everybody. He's sad. Now, he's a champion. This guy's a winner. I'm not saying he's not.
Look at all the pictures.
But the game is changing.
Look at all the
And I,
pictures.
when listening to this,
Last
hear
game at original
the
Yankee
fear in
Stadium.
his voice
Yeah, it was
for the
the
people
last-
like
it was
him.
me and my
He's
brother
happy
the
he
last
got
game
out
of the Yankees
and got
game.
cashed out
You
before
told me
this
how
all
busy
happened.
you are.
It's 8 o'clock at night.
At 8 o'clock at night, lay down, read a book, you dumb fuck.
It's you hit the goddamn Yankee game. Why can't I go to that?
No, not the Yankee game. When you're doing this blog.
I didn't.
I don't mind you at a
anything.
Yankee
I put
game.
a couple pictures up. It's
What
cool.
is it?
It's my last.
It's cool. What's cool about it? Because you want everyone to know
It's
everything
a
about you?
picture. Yeah,
Howard,
exactly.
you wanted everybody to know everything about you all those
It
years.
was my last, and it was my
And who
last day
reads
there. I guess my friends do. People who care about
Let's
me.
read about it.
People
Let's
who
read.
care about me.
That's what it says.
If I bring pictures to my uncle's house, they won't look at it.
Howard Stern is the exact same person that would absolutely dominate social media today if he was 20 years old. And you know what, Howard? I got something to tell you. You wouldn't have had to share the revenue with all those douchebags you've had to for the last 25 years. So honestly, you would have crushed it even more because your skill set is over the top and you're interesting and your cost of entry would have been zero and you would have been able to come in and nobody would have told you to shut your mouth. But at the end of the day, the fact that you've already made it and you've cashed in on your personal brand and your skill set. Very nice. And the fact that you've crushed it and made all this money and did it, and now you're standing on a platform and not encouraging people and putting them down and trying to suppress because you just want to be that ego in your own mind. That's how I look at it, my man, honestly. Because you don't want somebody to come up the ranks and do what you did to Don Imus to you. Is pretty fucking sad. I'm just saying.
I left K-Rock right before the free FM flip to go to work for the concert promoter, Live Nation.
That's somebody having a conversation with me. That's somebody. That's somebody who used to work at K-Rock.
He has your voice for some reason.
Yeah.
Where's what you write? Where's your blog?
Jason Kaplan's finding it. It's for some reason Facebook changed, and I don't know where I found it. All right,
Here, you fucking retard.
Where's my video?
So today was our final day of taping, and it started like every other day.
It's unbelievable.
An early
Every
morning call
single
time.
thing he's making fun
McDonald's egg
of
sandwiches
is what
for
he built
breakfast.
his business on. The fact of the matter is, Howard Stern lives in old media, and he doesn't like it because nobody's talking about Howard Stern. When's the Ustream? 156 people in Ustream right now. I'm sorry. Let's interrupt. Let's get them on the screen. When is the last time you heard somebody talk about Howard Stern? Honestly, on a serious level. I mean, give me a yes, no. Are people talking about Howard Stern? Give me a yes, no. So far I see 2 years ago, a year ago, Stern equals a dinosaur. No. When he got married, no. Here's a yes. No. Over his satellite radio deal. I mean, that was what, 3 years ago? No. Never. Who is Howard Stern? No. Long time ago, months ago. Baba Booey. When he went to satellite, he sucks, he's over, equals fail. Now listen, these are people that are using Ustream in 2008. People that are using things like Twitter. That's how they found out about this. Time has passed for Stern. And the next Stern is going to be built. And you should go out and take it. Don't listen to people like Howard Stern that make fun of you.
Social.
I think it's a waste of time. I think if you're over the age of 15, you shouldn't be on it.
He's trying to suppress people
blog
from
and
coming and
people
taking a
everything
piece
in
of his
their
cake.
lives, like someone
He's
gives a
scared,
fuck.
and so are a lot of other people. Don't listen to the haters.
Yeah,
Do
everyone's so
it.
interesting.
If
You
you
know what?
believe
Get
that
a
you've got
job.
the chops, leverage the new medias because there's no gatekeepers and
If you're
crush
on
it.
my face,
That's how you're going to
yeah,
win in
if you're on my
2009 and
face,
beyond.
boom.
My face, my head.
My face.